Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Camp Creek for this First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week. Middle school football again coming at you on a Thursday night under the Thursday night lights to be in the shadow of the, yes, Blue Ridge Mountains and in the historic Creekside Market. Ready to get things going here on a Thursday night. Matthew Palazzo, Elevated Field Side. Joining me on the color is Derek Tarleton, excuse me. Just came across so troublesome. And then our producer for the evening, Tyler Nichols. Glad you could join us here. North Greene Middle School, 2-4 record coming into tonight's contest. South Greene rolling so far in the later stages of the season. They're a 5-0 record coming off a big win against Cosby as well, against Rogersville. And they'll be looking to improve to 6-0 here on homecoming night. The Rebels won the toss. They elected to defer. That means North Greene will have the ball first. They'll be the receiving team. South Greene in the black jerseys, maroon numbers and lettering, the black chrome lids, and the white trim along the sides. North Greene, the road team, choosing the green outfits, green tops, white bottoms, white helmets with the Husky head logo on the right side of the helmets, white trim, and numerals. Just about ready to get things going here. South Greene Middle, as we mentioned, are 5-0 record on the season, undefeated. They're going to lean on a heavy ground attack. North Greene, a little bit undermanned in terms of roster size, but definitely going to be looking to bite back here tonight. We got boot to ball and football from Camp Creek. The onside kick is recovered by North Greene, as getting on top of the football was number 75, Brady Starnes. So, I mean, fortunate field position here for the North Greene Middle Huskies as they start their offensive night. Head coach Scotty Varan, so some familiarity with that South Greene program. Both good programs in terms of numbers in the middle school ranks. So, Derek, ready to get things going tonight. Overall thoughts heading into the matchup?
Yeah, I think the big key here for this matchup is South Greene's offense versus North Greene's defense. If North Greene can stop the run for South Greene, they have a bigger shot. If South Greene can start running on North Greene easily, I think they're going to be in for a long night.
Easton Head, the 7th grade quarterback, going to get the start for the Huskies. They'll come out in a 2 tight end set, a wing to the right and a fullback. There'll be a handoff to the halfback. The first play out of the gates, that's Trenton Shirley, wrapped up near the line of scrimmage by a host of Rebels. Call it a gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the right middle of the field.
The offensive line was trying to get a push there, but, just like we was last week with Greenville, South Greene's got some big boys on that defensive line. So it's really interesting to see how North Greene can push against this defensive line here.
So Trenton Shirley gets the game's opening tote for the Huskies. A gain of 1, which brings up a 2nd and 9. Head, the quarterback, going to send his troops out. Again, they stay in that same formation. This time, 2 wings, They'll send a receiver out to the left side. He'll go under center and go in motion. Will the wing back. He'll pick it up off of the turf after it gets fumbled in the backfield, and he'll get wrapped up and slung back beyond the line of scrimmage for a loss of 4 on the play.
North Greene tackled by
Had a little botch snap there. They're kind of running what we call the academy offense. Under center, you got 2 running backs lined up in the fullback position, but that time, bobbled snap didn't really even give a shot for that play to develop.
There definitely was some miscommunication in the backfield. They did go flexbone there, and they'll go here for it again on 3rd and 12. Out of that flexbone set, a wingback in motion, and a flag will buffer that 3rd down play call. The call will be false start against the Huskies, our first penalty called here tonight. And Head will come to the sideline to get the play call from Coach Varan. Beautiful scenery tonight, Derek. Excellent mountain view. Got excellent weather on hand as well, and a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by the South Greene Middle principal, Becky Fillers.
Yeah, definitely sounded like a voice that you'd hear on, TV. You wouldn't expect it to be here in Greene County, but it was a really nice scenery. We got right underneath the foot of the mountain. This is a beautiful place to play football here.
North Greene will break the huddle, third and call it 16 upcoming. They'll head into the shotgun. Two backs in the backfield beside of Head. The snap and a play fake. Head rolls to his left, reverses course. He'll look backside, looking for a man. Intended target was
pass incomplete. Brings up fourth
Trenton
down.
Shirley. That pass falls incomplete, however, and will bring up a punting down for the Huskies.
Yeah, South Greene got in that backfield quick. Right as soon as Head turned, South Greene was right in his face, so he had to try to dump it off. And that's what happens when you get pressure. Quarterback's got to throw his back foot, and then incomplete pass right there.
There's good pressure by that South Greene defensive line as well. So an opening drive that goes 3 and out for the Huskies, and they'll have to punt it off for this high-powered Rebel offense. Shirley going to handle the punting duties for the Huskies. That's Head. It does get blocked, and it'll roll forward. It won't even reach the line to gain. In the backfield there, blocking the punt was Roshan Howard, that's Wyatt Milhorn of the Rebels.
Almost. North Greene recovery, make it 1st and 10.
And not something you see every day. It does get tipped by the Rebels and then recovered by North Greene. So, Derek, it's almost like they convert on 4th down there. They take advantage of the South Greene mistake. They pick it up after it's touched first by the Rebels. Fresh set of downs for this North Greene offense.
Yeah, this game, right there, another bobbled snap, kind of short. Punter grabbed it and tried to get it out as quick as he can, but, said Wyatt Milhorn was right there to block it. But this is a big break for North Greene. They need to get points on this drive now.
1st and 10 here for the Huskies. Once again, they go under center, and once again, it is a reverse play to that right wing back. So Deshaun McCraw, with his second carry of the game, rumbles forward for a gain of 2 from the left hash. It'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming for this North Greene offense.
North Greene really trying to emphasize the run game here early. If they can stay ahead of the chains, that'll work. But once they get behind the chains like they did before that punt block, you're going to have to throw it some. Kind of takes you out of your element. So it's good to get a couple of yards there on that running attempt.
You just stay above the chains, really. That's what you're looking forward to. And especially in that offense where you're running the ball primarily, definitely important. No penalties, no negative plays on 1st down. They do so there. Shotgun set here for the Huskies. Head in the shotgun will turn to his right, hand it off to Shirley. Shirley makes a man miss and then gets shoestring tackled by the defensive end of South Greene. That's Alex Merriam on the tackle, the 8th grader. A big stop on 2nd down, a tackle for loss. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Huskies after the loss of 2.
Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you talk about when you say stay with the play, because the defender got beat there. Running back cut in the middle, but he stayed with it, grabbed his shoestrings, looked like, and brought him down. That's what you like to see as a coach.
Yeah, tough defensive front for the Rebels. 4 plays, negative 2 yards for this Husky offense, 5 plays, 4 of those being rushes, 2 of those being tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Head the snap on 3rd down. He'll look to his right. He's got a man over the middle and reaching up to make the grab. An exceptional grab by the tight end. 1st down Huskies. That's a Marsh Propane 1st down, courtesy of Deshaun McCray. A huge catch and a huge conversion there on 3rd down.
That was a beautiful play by North Greene. You got South Greene staying against this line of scrimmage because that's all you've done is run the football, and you had one pass attempt where it was incomplete. But that time they go over the top. Beautiful play, beautiful catch by North Greene there.
And what started out as a pretty catastrophic opening series has since led the Huskies all the way to the plus 30-yard line. Head will take the snap, look to his left, looking for a quick screen. That one gets broken up. A scary throw there as the South Greene defensive back, Sammy Jones, was quick to the draw on that one.
Yeah, you understand at North Greene, you had a big play in the passing game. Why not try it again? But this time South Greene was ready, able to break that away, and that was close to being a dangerous play there.
And again, the Huskies were looking to go to the playmaker, Deshaun McCraw, the 8th grader. Ethan had 3 passes already in this young ball game. Completion of 20 yards to his wingback, McCraw. 2.5 left to go here in this opening quarter that's just blazed by. Head the under center snap. He'll hand it off to McCraw. McCraw tackled off of that end position for South Greene. Johnny Buchanan, the 8th grader, coming up to make the tackle. Again, they go for that reverse play, and again, it stopped for a loss, this time of 1, which brings up a 3rd and 11 for the middle of the field.
Yeah, this defensive line, from what I've understood, is very veteran built because they got a lot of 8th graders on that defensive line. They're not going to fall for these little motion plays because they've seen it all. So for North Greene, you're going to have to get a little creative, like that play action. You're going to have to keep that up.
So again, that flex bone set here for the Huskies on 3rd and long. Head takes the snap. It's a double reverse. McCraw, he's got the corner. He's rumbling down the left sideline. Nobody going to catch him across the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies.
And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I said they're not going to fall for any trickeries, they fall for a trickery right there. Beautiful play call by North Greene. You know, you start running it inside, and they did the little bit of a jet sweep toss. We saw that when Greenville did it last week. North Greene did it here. A beautiful play, and it got the defense off balance, runs it in the end zone.
Huskies go trick play on 3rd and 11, a 31-yard touchdown on the double reverse. Deshaun McCraw scores from 31 yards out and puts the North Greene Huskies on top 6-0. 2-point conversion pending. 1:40 left here in this opening quarter. Head under center will take the snap and reverse out, toss it to McCraw. McCraw met by 4 or 5 Rebels, and it's a double pass. Again, they pull out the trick play on the 2-point conversion. It is good, and the Huskies tack on 2 more. North Greene 8, South Greene 0. This is the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Tommy's Plumbing has been in business for 30 years, and we're still growing because we treat our customers like family. We are proud to do any job from kitchen faucet installation to a complete home repipe. Tommy's Plumbing offers warranties on most products installed by our technicians. When the job is done, our friendly professionals make sure to clean up. We invite you to visit our new showroom in Jonesboro to see our quality products for yourself. Tommy's is the only one to call when you need a fast, reliable, professional plumber in the Tri-Cities.
Well, an effective start for the North Greene Huskies. A 31-yard reverse touchdown from Deshaun McCraw, and the Huskies lead at 8-0 over the South Greene Rebels. Set to kick it off, the Huskies go for the squib down the left side, and the ball looked to be bobbled loose, but eventually corralled back in by Aiden Boyd on the return team. Derek, what a way to start this ball game. What initially looked like a 3-and-out and a punt ends up you get the ball back, you march down the field, you convert on 3rd and long, and a big start for that North Greene middle school team.
Yeah, you get a big break on that punt. Get the pickup, you get the ball back. That was big for North Greene immediately there. And then trick play after trick play. South Greene didn't know what was coming, didn't know if it was going to be a throw, a pass. They did the same play they did for the touchdown pretty much, except the jet sweep. Threw it in the end zone, touchdown, and they get the 2 points too. Like this is a North Greene offense that looks a little bit spicy here today.
Well, now it's time to look at this South Greene offense and what it can provide. Sammy Jones, the quarterback, will hand it off. First play, it's a fumble in the backfield. It's met by North Greene's Raikir Matrala. And fortunately for the Rebels, they're able to hop back on it, but it is a loss of 2 in the books. And not how you want to start if you're Coach Varan's bunch.
No, not at all. Your defense gave up some points. You want to start getting some momentum here. And first play for your offense, you fumble it. You get it back, so that's good. But you lose a little bit of yardage, not great for South Greene to start.
So a loss of 2 will bring up a 2nd and 12. Jones will hit back in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Milhorn. They'll pull a guard. Milhorn's got the edge. He'll make a defender miss in the secondary. He's rumbling forward inside the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Milhorn on the second play from scrimmage finds pay dirt. The Rebels strike quickly, and it's an 8-6 ball game.
Well, if you blinked, you missed it. Milhorn turned on the jets after he passed that first block tackler, and he was gone. There was nobody going to bring him down right there. Beautiful play call. great blocking, and then Milhorn just turned the Jets on and did the rest himself.
A 58-yard touchdown for Wyatt Milhorn and that Rebel offense, who stuttered to begin with that fumble, able to convert in a big way immediately following. Milhorn's touchdown makes it 8-6. South Greene trails by 2. They'll go for the 2-point conversion here to look to tie things up. 2 wideouts to the right. Jones will send a man in motion. Jones rolls out to his right. Find a man underneath, but it's bobbled and dropped. Incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. Our score remains 8-6. North Greene leads South Greene by 2 during our First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Well, the South Greene offense able to provide an answer immediately following that touchdown drive, opening up for the Huskies. Wyatt Milhorn scores from 58 yards out to make it an 8-6 ball game. After the 2-point conversion fails, South Greene will kick it back off to the North Greene Huskies, and again, it's booted away by the Rebels. Shirley going to watch it just bounce behind him. It eventually gets picked up by McCraw, who will stumble away. Looked like he was heading out of bounds, but then makes a few defenders miss, bringing it up to the 30-yard line to start this offensive possession for the Huskies.
Yeah, North Greene needs to answer here. You know, South Greene showed North Greene how dangerous they are on offense. So now North Greene needs to get an answer here, but they ate up a lot of clock on that first quarter, so they just need to continue doing that. Looks like right now in this game, North Greene's best defense right now is just to keep the ball and keep South Greene's offense off the field.
Certainly electric matchup so far. 2 high-powered offenses going back and forth. The seconds are winding down after the kickoff, and it looks like we're going to come to an end in this first quarter. So before North Greene can call a play, that will send us to the quarter's end. We played one here from Camp Creek. Your score, it's South Greene 6, North Greene 8. You're listening to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
We played one from Camp Creek. North Greene leading South Greene 8-6 here for our First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week. Derek Tarleton, Matthew Plazo here with you on a Thursday night as the sun begins its descent in the evening sky. This Husky offense, Derek, you said it last time out. It was a lot of offense in a hurry after they got over that negative start, but what do you want to see from them here in this second drive of the ballgame?
Well, I want to see them just not go behind the sticks. You know, their offense is clearly runs better when they can run the football. If they can continue to run the football here and they can continue to do the trick plays, but if they keep going behind the sticks, it's going to be very one-dimensional offense, and that's going to be the issue for North Greene if they can't figure out to limit the penalties.
Well, it's a timeout here by the Huskies, and we'll take a quick break. We'll hear from our leading sponsor here. Be back in 30 seconds. North Greene leads South Greene 8-6 as we begin the second quarter for the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Hello and welcome back from Camp Creek. North Greene offense will start its second drive down the field. The quarterback head will take the shotgun snap. Look to his right. He's got a man. McCraw breaks the tackle. He's running. One man to beat, and he's tripped up. He's inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Huskies, touchdown, Deshaun McCraw. 70-yard touchdown pass, and once again, this North Greene Husky offense strikes quickly, and they double their lead over the South Greene Rebels.
Yeah, you said it. They strike quickly. Both offenses have struck quickly. Right there, the quarterback did a nice job reading the play, throwing a quick slant, and then McCraw breaks the tackle, gets the catch, and he's just gone.
Well, McCraw has certainly been the main playmaker for the Huskies so far. 2 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. Also, carrying the ball, he's got 4 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown on that reverse. They're going to go for 2 here, so pending the extra point, we'll see if they can get a double-figure lead. And again, it's a handoff to McCraw. McCraw slung down behind the line of scrimmage. 2-point conversion, no good. And our score remains 14-6. North Greene leads South Greene with 7:40 left to go here in the second quarter of action. You're listening to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Well, it's been a fun one so far, Derek. North Greene on the first play, their second offensive drive, scores from 70 yards out, a touchdown pass from Ethan Head to Deshaun McCraw, and North Greene extends their lead over South Greene now 14-6. Just fireworks that continue to fly here early.
Yeah, both offenses are looking really, really good. Both offenses are striking quick. North Greene had a slower drive that first drive, and then they struck quick again. Both defenses now, they got to figure out a way to slow down these offenses.
North Greene set to kick it off to South Greene. Derek, I feel like we haven't even gotten the hang of this thing. The clock's running so quickly. We're scoring so quickly. Neither team can really gain anything defensively, momentum-wise. Wyatt Milhorn going to pick it up on the kickoff return. He's going to shrug off a tackler, and the onslaught continues. Milhorn down the near sideline. Nobody can catch him. Touchdown, Rebels. Touchdown, Wyatt Milhorn. A kickoff return touchdown. And the Rebels stay within striking distance, 14-12, new ball game with Wyatt Milhorn scoring for the second time today.
This game, I don't even know how to describe this game right now. Score after score. We just got done talking about how the offenses are scoring so quickly. This time the South Greene offense couldn't even get on the field because Wyatt Milhorn has got the ball. He turned on the Jets yet again, and he was gone. And, each team looks like they got one specific player that if they get that ball, they're gone. And now defenses are going to have to game plan pretty quickly how to get the ball out of their hands.
Well, Wyatt Milhorn has touched the ball 3 times. He's scored twice, and South Greene pulls within 2. The 2-point conversion back to Milhorn, and he'll cross the goal line to tie things up here from Camp Creek. We're 14-14 with 7.5 remaining in the first half. You're listening to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
South Greene.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
My dad was born here in 1933. The Terry family has been around East Tennessee since that time, almost 100 years now. Over the past 25 years of my career, I've had the opportunity to represent East Tennesseans all over the country. When we say, let our family help your family, we mean that. That is something we live by here at the Terry Law Firm. You have my word that we will represent your family just like you're part of our family.
Well, we gladly welcome you back to what's been a fun and eventful middle school football game here on a Thursday night. 7:29 left to play here in the first half. Already tied up 14-14. The onside kick by the Rebels deflects off the front line back into the kickoff team's hands. And that's Camden Marshall, the eighth grader, recovering it for South Greene. Derek, once again, I mean, it feels like any way this game wants to go, it is completely flipped on its head, and here we are again in a completely different situation.
Yeah, it's pretty much whoever touches the football, you're going to get in the end zone. That's what it looks like right now, especially for Wyatt Milhorn. You know, you get that crazy second play from scrimmage, gets the run down in the first quarter, second quarter. You don't even get your offense on the field because he's able to take it to the house. And now South Greene's got another opportunity to now get the lead.
Milhorn, 2 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. He also took one to the house from 70 out on the kickoff return. The South Greene signal caller, Sammy Jones, looking to the sideline. Looks like they had too few men on the field, and that will cause Coach Tony Schreck to expect his first time out of the ball game. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll pick up where we left off in this South Greene drive with 6:39 remaining in the second quarter, all tied up 14-14. This is the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock.
South Greene, the 1st and 10 carry coming out of the timeout. Wyatt Milhorn going to get the call, and he's going to bounce around a few times before eventually getting brought down to the backfield by North Greene and Trenton Shirley for the loss on first down. So South Greene coming out in that flex bone set as well, Derek. And it's either been a negative play or a touchdown, I feel like, for either team. Jones on the reverse here. He's going to hand it off to Alex Merriam. Merriam had the edge and eventually wrapped up near the line to gain by North Greene's McCraw. And that will be a close one, and it will be enough to move the chains for Marsh Propane first down.
Yeah, I think that tackle right there that McCraw just did was another touchdown-saving tackle. What you just got done saying was it's either a negative yardage play or a touchdown play for both offenses, and that's kind of how it's went. I mean, we're already 5 minutes in, or 5 minutes left in the first half. Like, this game is going by quick, and both offenses are scoring quickly.
Jones back to the shotgun set. He'll flip it up. A touch pass. And getting the edge here is Cade Jeffries, the 8th grader, slung out of bounds on the near side. Call it a gain of 10 on the play. Another Marsh Propane first down.
Again, get outside. South Greene has had tremendous success, looks like, so far this game of just getting outside of the tackles, going outside, having your wide receivers block. And it looks like South Greene, and we knew this coming in, they are a run-heavy offense, but they do it in different ways, not just snap, handoff to the running back. They're doing it different ways. Getting their wide receivers involved in the jet sweep is a really good way to do it.
Exactly right. Kate Jeffrey with 2 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown in last week's win over Rogersville. Already a big play with a catch for 10 yards here. Wyatt Milhorn going to get the call on first and 10, Tiptoe to the far sideline, evade a couple defenders, weaving in and out of traffic. Touchdown Rebels and touchdown Wyatt Milhorn.
I don't know what you're supposed to do when you got a guy that runs like that. Stiff arms a guy off of him, does a little bit of tiptoeing at the sideline, jukes a man miss. Like, he just can't be brought down. And for North Greene, I don't know if there's an answer except just get the ball out of his hand.
Well, he's touched the ball 4 times on offense, the most recent of which finding pay dirt from 30 yards out. Wyatt Milhorn, 4 carries, those 2 touchdown runs. He's also got a kickoff return touchdowns. The Rebels extend their lead now. Miriam on the end around. He's going to bobble the ball before he can cross the goal line. 2-point conversion, no good with 4:40 left to go here before the half. It's South Greene 20, North Greene 14. This is the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Looking for a garage door without the long wait? At D&D Garage Door Supplier of Greenville, you'll find Safeway brand garage doors delivered in just 9 business days. Why wait 4 to 6 weeks when your new door could be rolling up sooner? They're your one-stop shop with over 25 years of experience, offering doors, parts, installs, and openers, including LiftMaster motors, overheads, and side mounts. Dealers, go check them out. They've got everything you need to get the job done right. Stop by 107 Bohannon Avenue or call 423-278-0622. D&D Garage Door Supplier. Reliable, trustworthy, and opening doors for you every day.
Well, another Wyatt Milhorn touchdown, and South Greene will lead for the first time 20-14 over North Greene. And kick it off. This one heads out of bounds, and the flag will fly. So it'll be good field position for North Greene. Again, all offensive drives have resulted in touchdowns, and then you throw in that special teams touchdown. We've seen a lot of points so far today, Derek.
Yeah, a lot of points in not really much time. I mean, both offenses have been clicking since the kickoff. North Greene, they kind of stalled out at the beginning, but then they come right back after that fumble recovery. Scores there. South Greene, they're clicking. You know, they don't even have to have their offense on the field to score with the kick return. Both offenses are clicking. Now it's just which defense can get a stop.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like they've gotten stops on first down, and then second down, you might just score from 70 yards out. We'll see what becomes of this drive here for the Huskies, though. Again, it's Ethan Head, the 7th grade quarterback. And again, they go to that shotgun set with a fullback to the right. Head reverses out, hands it off to Shirley. Shirley makes a man miss and then steps forward before getting gobbled up near the line of scrimmage by the defensive effort on the Rebel side. That is Braden Norton, the 6th grader, getting in on the tackle there.
Yeah, so far, I mean, we've seen it. Both defenses on the inside of the defensive line has tackled very well. It's when both teams bounce outside or even get like an open one-on-one man in the passing game. We've seen offensive score that way, but in the interior defense, they've been pretty stout so far.
Correction, that was Case and Justice on the tackle on 1st and 10. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 after a first down carry that goes just to 1 yard from Shirley. Head will man the offense. Empty backfield. He'll turn to his right, looking to get it to McCraw. It slips through the fingertips, and the incomplete pass on 2nd down will bring up a 3rd and now long for the Husky offense.
Yeah, it looked like right where McCraw was catching that, he might have lost a couple of yards. So even though he did drop that ball, you can obviously make a man miss, but it might have just been best that he did drop the ball, wasn't able to hold on to it, because if he did, he probably would have lost 3 or 4 yards there.
Just the second time we've seen a 3rd down here today through a quarter and a half of play. 3:50 left to go here before we reach the midway point. 20-14. South Greene leading North Greene by 6. Head will break the huddle. Huskies looking to convert on 3rd and long. It'll go under center here. Stacked box here for the Rebel defense. Again, it's a reverse. Again, it's Deshaun McCraw. McCraw stiff arms the defender, falls forward, reaching out for the line to gain. I think he might have it. We'll see where the measurement is, and they're going to give him the first down. So another Marsh Propane first down, and the first third down conversion of the day for the North Greene Huskies.
Yeah, again, trick play. North Greene showed that they can score in a lot of ways. Trick plays, play actions. They like to use the motion to their advantage. You can clearly see on this one. Two different offenses I've noticed so far this season.
A lot of trick plays for the North Greene side. They're trying to get that perimeter. South Greene, I mean, it's just a Wyatt Milhorn show on offense, and then you had that one touch pass. But other than that, and these two have both moved the ball effectively, albeit in different ways. Ethan Head in the shotgun. He'll turn to his left, hand it to Shirley. Shirley met at the line of scrimmage, taken down at the line of scrimmage by Wyatt Milhorn. Check that. It is Hayden Ricker on the stop. Ricker with 6 tackles the last time out for the Rebels in that winning effort over Rogersville. So the first down carry that goes nowhere will bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Huskies.
Yeah, normally for offenses, you would say 2nd and 10. It's not what you would like, but how we've seen these offenses play today, they could be 2nd and 15, and then all of a sudden they score.
Absolutely. So far, that's been the case. We'll see if it is here on 2nd and 10 from the minus 45-yard line. And before Head can take the snap, Coach Varan going to call a timeout, and we'll take one with him. Step back and return in 60 seconds. With 2:17 remaining in the first half, your score, South Greene 20, North Greene 14.
Here's a twist on your typical banking between a big bank or a small bank. You had one bank that's the best of both. That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
No more sitting in a waiting room when you're feeling awful. Bayleton Drug Company now offers a all-in-one test kit. Just pick it up at 515 Van Hill Road in Bayleton. Take it home and test once for COVID, flu A, flu B. Then call or text us a picture of your positive results, and a pharmacist will fill your prescription for easy pickup, all from the comfort of your own home. Bayleton Drug Company, 515 Van Hill Road in Bayleton, or visit our website, bayletondrugcompany.com.
Back from Camp Creek, where South Greene leads North Greene 20-14. 2nd and 10 coming out of the timeout. The pass intended for McCraw on the left side. Running that slant, it got tipped up, nearly intercepted by the Rebels, eventually batted down in the end by Adrian Bobadilla.
Yeah, great play there for the South Greene defense. You know, they know where the ball's going. McCraw's caught, I believe, every pass. And, you know, North Greene, they're clearly targeting him, and for good reason, but South Greene that time understands it, shut him down, knocks the ball out of his hands, and had an opportunity for a tip drill there.
Dangerous play there on 2nd and 10. They'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now from North Greene's own 45-yard line. Under center go the Huskies and Ethan Head. 3 backs in the backfield with him, a tight end to the right side. The snap, it's a drop back here for Head. Head will throw it in a triple coverage. McCraw nearly came down with it. It's the Rebels who come away with it. Wyatt Crosby on the interception. He'll weave in and out of traffic to the 5. Touchdown, Rebels. Touchdown, Wyatt Crosby. In the most unlikeliest of scenarios.
Yeah, I think it tricked everybody on that one because, you know, where we're sitting right now, everybody was like, oh, wow, that was a great catch. And then all of a sudden we see South Greene Rebels running the opposite direction. That was a great interception. It looked like McCraw came down with it, but again, great interception by South Greene. Takes it to the house. South Greene's starting to pull away here a little bit now.
Wyatt Crosby with the pick 6 on defense there, and I thought I heard a whistle. I thought the play was called dead. I thought it was an incomplete pass to begin with. But South Greene, again, just the explosive plays, this time coming defensively, and they extend their lead 26-14 over North Greene. Under 2 to play, they're going to kick the extra point here. The first time we've seen either squad go for the point after here tonight. Back to kick will be the quarterback, Sammy Jones. Set to hold, Alex Merriam. Merriam, a clean hold. The kick up and through the uprights. It's good. South Greene will tack on one more. Your score with 1:55 remaining in the first half. It's South Greene 27, North Greene 14.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
South Greene turns an interception return for a touchdown.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
Looking for a garage door without the long wait? At D&D Garage Door Supplier of Greenville, you'll find Safeway brand garage doors delivered in just 9 business days. Why wait 4 to 6 weeks when your new door could be rolling up sooner? They're your one-stop shop with over 25 years of experience, offering doors, parts, installs, and openers, including LiftMaster motors, overheads, and side mounts. Dealers, go check them out. They've got everything you need to get the job done right. Stop by 107 Bohannon Avenue or call 423-278-0622. D&D Garage Door Supplier. Reliable, trustworthy, and opening doors for you every day.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Hello and welcome back here from the halftime break from Camp Creek, where South Greene Middle leads North Greene Middle 33-14. Derek, just about 8 minutes left until we kick things off this second half. I mean, a whirlwind of thoughts come when thinking about those first 2 quarters of play. 1-play touchdowns, 2-play touchdowns, a pick six, a kickoff return touchdown. If you could encapsulate it all in just as many words as you could, what would you have to say about those first 2 quarters?
I mean, this is insane because it's not just, we talked about this in the first half, it's not traditional football. It's not, let's play, get 12 plays down the field, run 5 minutes off the clock. No, it's let's get behind the chains, 3rd and 11, and then let's just hit an insane run. Or let's get a 1st and 10, first play of the drive. Let's just take it down for the house. Or let's get a kickoff return or a pick six. It's so wild plays, and it's fun to watch this because we're so used to seeing these traditional football games, and now we're seeing this kind of unique style of football game, and it's working for both teams.
And you called it before the game. You said you're looking at that South Greene defense to make a stop, and it didn't look like the case in the first quarter. They come out, they let up those 2 first-quarter touchdowns, but then since they have buckled down, they have had the pick six, and they've fired off 27 unanswered points, a big response by South Greene in that second quarter.
Yeah, we was talking about it. When it was 14-all, and South Greene just went down there and scored, I said, which defense can get a stop. And South Greene proved they can get a stop. They got a pick six. They got that punt block against North Greene right before half, or it wasn't a block, it was a botched snap and then punt. And then South Greene scores on both of them. South Greene's offense looks unstoppable right now. And for North Greene, I think the biggest thing North Greene's coach needs to go over right now is, can we stop the ball? More importantly, can we stop Wyatt Milhorn, because he's had a heck of a day so far?
Well, let's hop into these stats and get a better picture of that first half. We'll start with North Greene, the losers on the scoreboard through 2 quarters of play. Rushing the football has not been so kind to them after that first drive. That first drive, of course, that looked like it was going to be a 3 and out, but then you get it back, after the block punt falls right back into your lap, and then you have that 20-yard touchdown on the reverse play, or that 30-yard touchdown on the reverse play from Deshaun McCraw, who has both of the Husky touchdowns in that first half. McCraw, North Greene's leading rusher through 2 quarters, 5 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Passing the football, though, they have had their chances. Easton Head, the 8th grader, so far 2 of 8 for 90 yards and a touchdown. He did throw the 1 pick, but that was one of those plays where it was one that McCraw could have came away with it. It was a worthy risk there on 3rd down. And then receiving the football, the leading and only pass catcher for the Huskies through 2 quarters, Deshaun McCraw. 2 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. A good half of football for Deshaun McCraw, but want to see him helped a little bit more by a supporting staff in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we was talking about South Greene a lot just a minute ago. North Greene hasn't played bad at all. They played really great football. It's just a little bit of inconsistency. McCraw, he's been their main wide receiver, and obviously, as a defensive person, you're going to go for the player that is killing you, and that is McCraw. So South Greene's been doing a little bit of double coverage, staying on him, not letting him get the ball. And like you said, that 1 pick that Easton Head threw, that wasn't a bad ball. It was right there in McCraw's hands. It just unfortunately went to a South Greene player. So, North Greene's offense is not playing bad at all. It's just South Greene has got some more explosive plays here in the first half.
Overall, North Greene just 30 yards rushing in that first half. They did throw the ball for 90 yards, and they did have that 1 turnover. South Greene, on the other hand, as we continue our Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap, they started off with that 2-play touchdown drive, of course, culminating in that Wyatt Milhorn touchdown from 58 yards out. And it was a high-powered attack to begin with. It's been a high-powered attack ever since, and you have to start at Wyatt Milhorn. I mean, he's been a force all day. 5 carries, Derek. 5 carries, 117 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's had 1 negative play. The rest have gone for gains of 58, 1, 30, and 30. And then 3 touchdowns on the ground, not to mention his 65-yard return touchdown. Wyatt Milhorn has just run rampant over this North Greene defense today.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, it's like when he touches the ball, he's going to the house. Or if he's not, he's going to make at least a 50-yard play. It's insane. And then we mentioned that in the last drive. I wonder where the ball is going to go. 5 seconds, it went to Wyatt Milhorn, and it scores. It makes a coach's job really easy when you got a player that can do that. You said 5 carries over 100 yards. Well, anybody knows when my running back's running like that, just give him the ball and let him do the rest.
So they've only had 3 offensive drives in that first half, South Greene has. They've scored on those 3 offensive drives. They've also had a pick 6 return for a touchdown. They've also had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So an unstoppable force, to say the least. Passing the football, they've only done it once, but the quarterback for the Rebels, Sammy Jones, has looked good just commanding the offense. He is 1 for 10 yards in that first half. The sole pass catcher for that Rebel offense is Cade Jeffries, who reeled in that lone reception, and the only other person to tote the rock, aside from Wyatt Milhorn, has been Alex Merriam. Just an offense that's facilitated through him, and also that pick 6 by Matt Crosby from 55 yards out to then make it a 21-14 South Greene lead, and it has since divulged into this 33-14 lead where we now have it at the break.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to look over every player on this team when you have a player like Wyatt Milhorn. But you can't do that because South Greene as a whole team is a very solid team. Defensively, offensively, kickoff returns. Because even though Wyatt Milhorn scored that kickoff return and they scored the pick 6, you have to have blockers. You have to have people that will turn around and say, okay, my guy's got the ball. I'm going to block, and I'm going to make sure that he's got room for it. This South Greene team is not a team to take lightly by any team.
Well, a lot of football still to be played. Probably a little bit less than 16 minutes if the clock keeping continues as it was in that first half. But a lot more football to be played. A lot of answers for North Greene, and then a lot of questions if you're South Greene about where you go from here in this second half. So we're going to get to all of those and more, including Derek's second half adjustments. That's when we come back here at the break, where South Greene leads North Greene 33-14 from Camp Creek.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
And once again, we welcome you back. A beautiful backdrop here from Camp Creek. South Greene leads North Greene 33-14. Just about ready to get things underway this second half. Wanted to get your thoughts, though, Derek, from that first half of football going into this second half, just where these two teams need to go. We'll start on North Greene side. Defensively, you haven't stopped South Greene and Wyatt Milhorn yet. What needs to get buckled down on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, South Greene, they haven't thrown the ball a lot. They throw it one time. So if I'm North Greene, I'm sending everybody. Stop the run. Meet him at the line of scrimmage because we saw him shake some tackles, but if he's got 5 guys on him, you're not shaking all of them. So I would send all 11 straight to the line, and then if South Greene starts throwing the football, beating me that way, then you got to readjust. But I think you send everybody to the line against Wyatt Milhorn right now.
And then for South Greene's offense, how do you continue this onslaught offensively?
I mean, to me, it's pretty simple. Hand the ball to Wyatt Milhorn. If North Greene don't stop you, just hand it to him. Keep it up. Get him 200-plus yards, 250 yards, because the way it's looking, Wyatt Milhorn is not going to be stopped. Now, if North Greene stops him, then you got to kind of change the play. Maybe hits a little bit of those jet sweeps like we were seeing, because they can do it outside, they can do it inside, and like we was talking about, they got a lot of playmakers on this team. Wyatt Milhorn has just shown it here tonight.
We agree on that front. Now let's head over to the other side of the football with that North Greene offense. Sluggish in that second quarter. You had some flashes early with Deshaun McCraw, but where does that North Greene offense need to get back to in that third quarter?
Yeah, I think they need to find another playmaker. Deshaun McCraw has shown that he is the playmaker here, and it's great. He's a great wide receiver, but South Greene now knows you're going to him. So now you got to find somebody else on that offense that says, hey, I want to be part of this, so that way South Greene has to think about somebody else on the field.
Offensively defensively rather, for the Rebels, how do you continue where you left off in that second quarter?
Keep the pressure on Head. I mean, when he turns around, he's got people in his face. He can't do nothing because as a quarterback, you're not going to be able to read your progression, see who's open if you got defenders in your face. And keep the pressure on them, because if you keep stacking this line, keep the pressure on them, North Greene's going to start making mistakes, and South Greene's going to run away with this ballgame.
Well, second half just about ready to get underway. Your score at the break, 33-14. Second half coming up right after this, after a word from First Horizon.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Welcome back to a sun-soaked Blue Ridge mountain range right behind us, ready to get things going in this second half. 33-14, South Greene leading North Greene as we begin this third quarter of action. Derek Tarleton, Matthew Palazzo alongside Tyler Nichols, our producer for the evening. A fun, eventful, a chaotic at times even first half of football. Derek, I'm just ready to get things going here in the third.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting because you get a first half like that, scoring that many points, it makes you really wonder, how can the second half be? You know, is the team's going to stay the same? What's the transitions here? Is the defense going to be ramped up a little bit? I'm really excited to see what both these teams do here in the second half.
Our third installment of the Thursday night First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week, and the second in the middle school football ranks. Last week we had Greenville Middle School. Earlier this week, Derek, you had the Greenville Middle School soccer team. And it's just been a fun, eventful ride. Special thanks to our premier sponsor, First Horizon, Small Bank Roots, Big Bank Reach. So certainly appreciate them. Let's get things going for this third quarter. Kicking it off for the Huskies, it will be Liam Spalding. And this one dribbled up the middle, finds the hands of South Greene's Braven Myers. Myers off the near sideline. He'll find an inch of space, shoot forward, and take it up into enemy territory, falling near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great return. Gets kicked short. He grabs it. He switches the whole field, but he's able to get the return. That was a great return by South Greene and a great tackle by North Greene. North Greene, defensively, besides the big plays as went into the end zone, they've tackled very well.
Well, it was good to see them button that up, too, after allowing that return touchdown earlier in the game. Well, as the clock continues to tick here, 7:26 left to go in this third quarter as we begin things. The first we'll see if this South Greene offense, as we mentioned, just 3 offensive drives, all resulting in 6 in that first half. All 3 coming from the hands of Wyatt Milhorn. A shotgun snap, and it's a touch pass to the wideout. Once again, Wyatt Crosby. Crosby breaks the tackle in the backfield. He'll streak free on that far sideline, rumble forward for a first down, and another Marsh Propane first down.
Yeah, North Greene, they read that play, actually, immediately. I didn't get to see who read that play correctly, but, they was in the backfield, missed tackle, but that's what happens when you get a missed tackle against South Greene. They're gonna make you eat it. They're gonna make you have to deal and get you that first tackle.
Well, Wyatt Crosby, who already has that interception return for a touchdown with his first touch from scrimmage here today on that 12-yard touch pass. Looks like there was a problem with the chains. Looks like the first down marker got bent, and so they're going to have to straighten that thing out in more ways than one as South Greene offense will set up shop on the 32-yard line. Again, it's a touch pass. This time it is Braven Myers. Myers sticks his foot in the ground, gets north. Moves to his left. He's running near sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown Myers and touchdown South Greene.
Again, we just talked about this at halftime. South Greene, they got a lot more playmakers than just Wyatt Milhorn, and they're showing that here. 2 different players get the ball. Myers takes it in the end zone. Jet sweep, same play, just different direction. South Greene gets another touchdown.
This one from 32 yards out. It's been the offensive explosive plays here this evening. That will extend their lead to 39-14. Again, they're going to go for the point after. Send Sammy Jones out to kick. The hold will be Alex Merriam. So this one will be their 40th point of the night if it does go through. Remember, the last one did get blocked. Merriam to hold. Jones the kick. It's up and through the upright. Point after is good. South Greene tacks on one more. Their lead with 6:54 left in the third quarter, 40-14 over North Greene. You're listening to the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Tommy's Plumbing has been in business for 30 years, and we're still growing because we treat our customers like family. We are proud to do any job from kitchen faucet installation to a complete home repipe. Tommy's Plumbing offers warranties on most products installed by our technicians. When the job is done, our friendly professionals make sure to clean up. We invite you to visit our new showroom in Jonesboro to see our quality products for yourself. Tommy's is the only one to call when you need a fast, reliable, professional plumber in the Tri-Cities.
Well, a South Greene Rebel not named Wyatt Milhorn has since scored. This time it's Braven Myers on the touch pass from 32 yards out. South Greene moves their lead to now 26 points, 40-14. They lead it over the Huskies, and the first we'll see of this North Greene offense coming out in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see how North Greene can answer after that drive. South Greene, a lot of teams, is going to roll over after that other touchdown because he's already down big in the halftime. South Greene comes in and scores. I'm interested to see how good North Greene offense can answer to this.
Well, a 3-play touchdown drive for the Rebels. They took 1 minute, 6 seconds off the clock, and North Greene will have a chance to answer here. Looking to get back to where they were moving in that first quarter. We'll see if they choose the air attack here early in this third quarter to get things going. Signal caller Easton Head going to break the huddle, send a wide out either side, two backs in the backfield with him. And Coach Varan wants a timeout to talk things over with his offense. We'll take one with him. Return in 60 seconds. 6:54 remaining in the quarter. Your score remains South Greene 40, North Greene 14.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
North Greene offense coming out of the timeout will have their first play from scrimmage in the third quarter. The snap over Easton Head's head and back behind the line of scrimmage for an 11-yard loss. Easton Head with the wherewithal to go back and grab it, but not how you want to start offensively if you're the Huskies.
Yeah, North Greene, they're just biting themselves in the foot here. You know, they started out or ending the second half or first half, behind the sticks very far, and then right here, botch snap goes over the head. This is not where you want to be if you're North Greene, especially the way that South Greene's starting to play your air attack. North Greene, you really don't want to be 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the 11-yard loss on first down will bring up a 2nd and 21 from the left hash and their own 20-yard line. They're going to go back to that flexbone set, head under center, a wide out to the right side. He'll take the snap and drop back to pass. He's got a man deep. He's looking for McCraw. He'll loft it up. And he had pressure, but this one falls incomplete about 25 yards downfield.
Flag on the play.
The flag is on the play. I believe we're going to have an eligible man downfield is what the ruling is going to be. They did have that man on the line. That was the tight end who they did send out, and it will be an eligible man downfield. So it will be declined, which brings up a 3rd and 21 now for the Huskies. Again, unable to get anything rolling since that first quarter of play.
Yeah, South Greene, they was playing that pass defense very well. So, you know, nobody was open. They're playing some kind of man/zone. You know, they're playing a man on McGraw, playing zone to kind of help cover for him, and nobody else is open. You know, great defense by South Greene. North Greene, they got to figure out a way to get some men open here.
And you're right, they have been bracketing McCraw ever since he made that second touchdown, that catch from 70 yards out. He's been bottled up ever since. They're going to send a man in motion here and return to that under center set. Easton Head to take the snap. And reverse out, hand it to Shirey. Shirey going to toss it back to McCraw. McCraw jukes in open field and eventually brought down by the Rebels. And Camden Marshall, the 8th grader, on the tackle after a gain of, call it, 6 on 3rd and long.
Yeah, you understand why they was doing that. They wasn't getting nothing on the passing attack, so they was trying to do something on the trickery play. Because we saw it work early in the first quarter. They was doing a lot of trickery play, but South Greene remembered it. South Greene knew how to defend it, and this time they was able to defend it.
McCraw, North Greene's leading rusher on the day, now at 44 yards on the ground on his 6 carries to go along with a touchdown as well. So Huskies forced to punt here on 4th and long. Head able to get it off this time. The only punt that hasn't been tipped or blocked here today. And after the kick, South Greene will catch it right at the 50-yard line to open up shop offensively for the second time here in the third quarter.
South Greene on the 50.
You like to see it from North Greene about the punt coverage. We've had now one pressured punt, one block punt. That one block punt actually helped North Greene, but you like to see the coverage where that way Head can actually get the ball off, switch field position, and now maybe it lights a little bit of a fire for your defense. Get them to get a stop here against this offense that hasn't been stopped yet.
Well, those first 2 drives of the game go for touchdowns for North Greene. The last 3, interception, punt, punt. So looking to get back to that first quarter, still have not found success offensively ever since. But with 5:11 left to go here in the third, South Greene will trot out the backup quarterback, Alex Merriam. He'll throw a screen pass to the right side. Pass is caught, reeled in, running down the far sideline. That's Myers. He'll get dragged out of bounds for a big gain on 1st and long. Call it a gain of 29 yards on 1st down for the Rebels.
Yeah, South Greene, it looks like whoever touches the ball is a playmaker and can get down the field. Everybody that's touched this ball so far for South Greene can turn on the jets, and they are fast. It's going to be tough to tackle a player that is just going to you're like, oh, here he comes, and then boom, he's going past him.
A 29-yard reception for Hayden Ricker, the 8th grader, on 1st down. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Huskies, or for the Rebels, from the North Greene 20-yard line. Shotgun set here for the Rebels. The slot receiver to the left in motion. The snap back to Jones. Jones, the man in the flats. He's got him for a catch and run of about 7 on 1st down. South Greene now into the red zone, Derek. The first time they've reached the Gary's Paint and Body red zone here tonight, despite them having 40 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, this looks kind of weird. We actually got a drive playing here. It's not just a one-play, take it to the house kind of thing. It's actually a drive, taking it nice and calm. South Greene's getting the passing game involved. It's really nice to see South Greene kind of show 2 dimensions to their offense.
Absolutely. They continue to roll here. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Rebel offense. The snap bobbled at first by Jones. Jones will roll out to his left. He had a man. It slips through the fingertips of Braven Myers and falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and medium now for the Rebels. A golden opportunity there. Almost a touchdown pass for Jones.
Yeah, that's a big win for North Greene. You get an incompletion. It's now 3rd down. This is a big opportunity for North Greene to get their defense off the field, kind of get your offense back out there, and try to have a shot at coming back in this game.
Sammy Jones, 3 for 4 through the air so far, or 4 for 5 rather. Couple big plays. His last 2 completions going for 30 and 32. So an efficient day for the South Greene signal caller. He'll step back into the shotgun, motion over the slot receiver, the snap, and the handoff to the right side. John Buchanan. Buchanan splits a couple defenders, rumbles forward for Marsh Propane 1st down inside the 10-yard line, and a goal-to-go situation.
Yeah, they've been throwing it a lot. They had a lot of motion. They had the same wide receiver go across the line of scrimmage twice for jet sweep action. Makes North Greene kind of think, are they going to go jet sweep? This time they go inside. Pretty good run. Gets a 1st down.
1st and goal for the Rebels. They've been rolling so far here on this drive. A much more methodical drive, as you mentioned. Much more put-together drive without Wyatt Milhorn in the ballgame. Jones, the snap. He'll look to his left. The bubble screen caught by Cade Jeffries. Jeffries looked like he was going to throw for a moment, but tucks it in and waltzes in for a Rebel touchdown. Touchdown, South Greene. Touchdown, Cade Jeffries.
Yeah, you said it. It looked like he was going to throw there for a second, and I believe that made the North Greene safety or cornerback kind of stutter a little bit there and not go for the tackle, and then gave Jeffries an easy way right in the corner for a touchdown.
South Greene quarterback Sammy Jones, 5 for 6, throws his first touchdown pass of the evening. And then the South Greene receiver, Cade Jeffries, with his 2nd catch here tonight, will find Pater for the first time, put South Greene up 46-14 with 2:47 left in the 3rd quarter. The kick is up and wide left. PAT, no good. We'll go to a break. South Greene leads North Greene 46-14. Minutes winding down here in the 3rd here for the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options.
So why sit on the sideline?
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Well, a slow, methodical drive for South Greene culminates in a touchdown from 5 yards out. Kay Jeffries, the 5-yard touchdown reception from quarterback Sammy Jones. South Greene's offense continues to stay hot. 46-14, their new lead. Deshaun McCraw now on the kickoff return. He'll break a tackle at the 30-yard line and stumble forward at their own 35. North Greene desperate for an answer here in the waning minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, they need something. I mean, North Greene's offense has kind of looked shell-shocked since their second drive, their second touchdown. They started out very well, keeping the trick plays alive, keeping everything alive, and making South Greene kind of not knowing what's going on. But ever since then, South Greene's defense has been able to make the adjustment, and North Greene's kind of struggled getting the ball going here.
Nearing 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter of action. 46-14. Rebels have now put up 40 unanswered points in a game in which North Greene led at one time 14-6. So Easton Head and co will break the huddle, Head under center in that flex bone set. One receiver to the left side, the far side. Head will reverse out, hand it off to Shiree. Shiree met at the line of scrimmage and then spun around right at the 35-yard line by Johnny Buchanan on the stop.
Yeah, Buchanan met him right at the line of scrimmage. Knew exactly where the ball was, knew exactly where it was going. Great form tackle. And this is what we've been seeing from a South Greene defense here lately. They've been able to meet the ball wherever the ball is and get the tackle, whether it be an incompletion, whether it be a run, stop in the line of scrimmage.
Adrian Babadia, on the tackle on that prior play. So it does bring up a 2nd and 10 here for the Huskies on their own 35. And the negative plays just continue to stack up, unable to get anything going. And I think it starts on first down. They haven't really found success and been able to stay above the chains. But hoping things will change here for the Huskies as they send that tight end to the right side of the formation. A little miscommunication at the line here. Easton Head going to command the troops. 2 backs in the backfield alongside of him. And a flag will fly before Head can complete the drop back. So it will be a false start. The third time we've seen that North Greene offensive line commit the penalty here tonight. And it'll back them up even further. Call it 2nd and 15 upcoming for the Huskies.
Yeah, it's hard to get ahead of the sticks when you do penalties like that, costly penalties. That's pre-snap penalties. That's not a hold or a face mask. That's just pre-snap. Listen to your quarterback. When the ball snapped, go. That's just little mental errors that North Greene's kind of setting themselves back with now.
Well, as the seconds continue to wind down here in the third quarter, now 10 seconds left to get a playoff if you're North Greene. Will be the last play of the quarter, to be sure. And looks like they might not even have time for that one last play. The quarter will run to a close. We've played 3 here from Camp Creek. Your score at the end of the third. It's South Greene 46, North Greene 14. This is the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It's been all South Greene here as we head into the fourth quarter of play. They lead at 46-14. They've reeled off 40 unanswered against the Huskies. North Greene looking for a pulse offensively, will come out looking to convert on a 2nd and 15 from their own 30-yard line. Easton Head, the signal caller under center, or in shotgun rather. He'll take the 3-step drop, look to the right, fire one up to McCraw. The throw over the middle. McCraw had it for a moment, gets popped out. The pass breakup by that Rebel secondary. Caden Reeves, Cade Jeffries team up for the PBU.
Yeah, that time it was there. You're in double coverage. He's getting double covered. We've already talked about that. But it was there. It was a 50-50 ball. That was about the best ball you could have had there by Easton Head right there, just perfectly above him. But great job by South Greene defense again, getting it out and another tip drill possibility, one step quicker at another pick.
Well, you had that one-on-one that you've been looking for all day as well with McCraw after having the majority of that second and third quarter, having him double team. So a good opportunity there. We'll see if they go for it again on 3rd and 15 from their own 35. Easton, the snap and handoff to the left side. It's Shiree. He'll look and dart through a hole, an inch of space. He'll get tripped up at the 40 by Wyatt Crosby on the stop and make that to 35. So short of the line to gain, they'll get back to the original marker, and it's a 4th and 10. We'll see what Coach Varan decides to do here on 4th and long.
Yeah, you wonder, he might be trying to go for it here. That little run, Miner just said, get as many yards as you can get us in, closer to the sticks so that we can maybe run. You might see another trick play here. You might see some kind of play here just to kind of give North Greene's momentum up.
And by the way this clock's running, it's probably going to be the last time you touch the ball here tonight. 6.5 left to go here in our final quarter. You trail 46-14. It looks like he will send the punt unit out on the field, and North Greene will boot it away to South Greene. Easton Head will drop back to kick it away. The snap good, the kick good. This one rolls end over end down to the opposing 40-yard line. Reeled in by Cade Jeffries. Jeffries running down the far sideline, one man to beat, and it's Easton Head who trips him up, heading out of bounds. So a productive return of 25 yards, and South Greene into plus territory after Cade Jeffries takes it across.
Yeah, and you like to see that. Your quarterback, your main guy for your team, also your punter, comes out here and gets a big tackle, because if he didn't tackle that, South Greene would have scored again, and it just got really ugly. Great tackle there by Easton Head to bring him down, but also a great return. That ball landed kind of in a weird spot right at the knees. He was able to grab it, return it, switch field, and now South Greene in plus territory again.
One of my favorite things about the middle school game, you got guys, not only are they playing both ways, you see that enough on Friday nights, but they're playing all three phases of the game. You got your quarterback punting, you've got your starting receiver back to return a kick if you're South Greene. I just love how much time you get on the field, and those star playmakers, they're going to be out there for all 32 minutes, or in this case, all 26 minutes of this game. Backup quarterback in for the Rebels. It's Alex Merriam. Merriam to Jeffries. Jeffries, a nice juke move in space. He'll reverse field. Away he goes. Far sideline. One man to beat. And it's the Huskies. Evan Triantis reaching out to grab him, corral him before he can get away to score. But Cade Jeffries, fresh off of the productive punt return for 25 yards, takes this one all the way down inside the 15, where South Greene will look to score for another time, improve upon that 46-point total.
That's the scary part about this offense for South Greene. It doesn't matter who touches the ball. You can get a 2-yard gain on a pass completion, and then it ends up in the red zone inside the 10-yard line. That's why South Greene is so scary, and that's honestly a big reason why South Greene's been so successful this season.
So after the 28-yard reception, quarterback Merriam will take the snap, hand it off to the left, reversing field into the end zone. Go the Rebels. A touchdown if it stands, and a touchdown it is indeed. Rebels improve their lead, 52-14 over the Huskies after Hayden Ricker scores from 10 yards out.
Again, gets the ball going left and somehow cuts right, and just a beautiful, beats people with speed right into the end zone. South Greene is speedy. They are elusive. South Greene is really looking like a very good team here tonight.
The last 9 plays from scrimmage for this South Greene offense, all going for 10 or more yards, except for that 5-yard touchdown the previous drive. So just an explosive offense, to say the least. 3.5 to go here. Rebels going to try for 2 and improve their lead even further. Trouble on the snap, and it's a fumble. 2-point try, no good. And with the seconds winding down here of play, we'll take a quick break. When we return, the remainder. 52-14, South Greene leading North Greene. This is the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greenville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyriq, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greenville, where we will save you money.
Just about 2 minutes remaining left in this one. South Greene's offense continues to roll, the most recent of which, Hayden Ricker scoring from 10 yards out to make it a 52-14 Rebel lead. Now, I continue to update this, but 46 unanswered for the Rebels. What looked like a North Greene homecoming spoil has eventually turned into a Rebel rout here on a Thursday night. The kickoff bouncing at the 30-yard line, eventually corralled by Shiree. Shiree dragged down nearly before getting taken down eventually by the Rebels kickoff cover team. And some extracurricular heading on around the 45-yard line. And I don't want to get out of hand this late in the ball game, but a double penalty will be assessed on both teams. And they're going to continue to run the clock here. And a dead ball and sportsmanlike foul on both teams, so no movement from the ball. And with 1:12 left to go, North Greene with just a couple plays left to go offensively. Derek, just talk about the performance overall from South Greene here tonight.
Yeah, South Greene has played really well. I mean, they started out, down. They got down 7-0, then they got down 14-6, or excuse me, 8-0, then 14-6. Like South Greene's, they started out pretty rough, and then they come out here and they answer. And like you said, they've answered and answered and answered, and so far this looks like a flawless performance here for South Greene. If you want to take away the first quarter.
Well, going back to what you said before the game, you said you were interested to see how South Greene's defense could corral that North Greene offense, and it looked like they were on their heels for that first quarter. But I guess they were like, okay, I remember what he said. We're going to buckle down. We're going to tighten up, and that's exactly what they've done for the remaining three quarters. So a productive response for the Rebels, who continue their undefeated season. They'll move on to 6-0 with a win here tonight. Deshaun McCraw with the toss play on 1st and 10. He'll rumble forward near the first down marker. Call it a gain of 9 as of now, and Deshaun McCraw, North Greene's leading rusher, continues to add to his total.
Yeah, and you was talking about how South Greene's changed their schemes a little bit, and really their schemes lined up to Deshaun McCraw. Can they stop him? Because once they stopped him, they stopped North Greene's offense, and you can tell Easton Head, that's his favorite target to go to, running game favorite guy to go to. So once South Greene was able to learn how to stop McCraw, it was kind of smoother sailing for him.
Likely the last play from scrimmage here is Easton Head going to go under center, reverse out, and toss it to McCraw once again. He'll try to get the edge, struck a defender running forward past the 45-yard line. He's got space up the near sideline. One man to beat, and will find Pater. Touchdown Deshaun McCraw on the last play of the game. Hey, you can't say they didn't go down without a fight. Touchdown Huskies. Touchdown Deshaun McCraw.
Yeah, for a coach, you like to see that because your team didn't quit. Yes, they was down 52-14, but they didn't quit. They still wanted to get that extra touchdown. They wanted to make it look more modest, and that was a great play there by North Greene.
Second rushing touchdown of the day for Deshaun McCraw, his third overall, and that is your final, ladies and gentlemen. From Camp Creek, your score, South Greene 52, North Greene 14. Coming up, we'll have our final thoughts and statistical recap of today's performance. The Rebels improved to 6-0. North Greene will fall to 2-5 with the loss here today. South Greene gets the homecoming win. Once again, your final score, 52-14. Coming up after a quick break, or 52-20 rather, your final score. South Greene wins on homecoming night. So coming up, full recap of tonight's game between the Rebels and the Huskies. That's coming up right after this as we conclude another edition of the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Tommy's Plumbing has been in business for 30 years, and we're still growing because we treat our customers like family. We are proud to do any job from kitchen faucet installation to a complete home repipe. Tommy's Plumbing offers warranties on most products installed by our technicians. When the job is done, our friendly professionals make sure to clean up. We invite you to visit our new showroom in Jonesboro to see our quality products for yourself. Tommy's is the only one to call when you need a fast, reliable, professional plumber in the Tri-Cities.
Win or lose, it's a family tradition. "24-hour hot breakfast, cold drinks, and a table big enough for the whole team, or just your team. IHOP at Davy Crockett Travel Centers. Breakfast that brings you back. Open 24/7 right off I-81, exit 36.
In Greenville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference. At the Main Brand Hair Company,
We wrangle your tangles.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Hello and welcome back from Camp Creek. Your final, it's South Greene defeating North Greene on homecoming night, 52-20. 4 quarters of action in the book, Derek. We were both much better off because of it. An eventful night of football, a fun night of football underneath the Thursday night lights here from Camp Creek. A rout for the Rebels. That offense kept rolling, didn't look back, and they reel off 46 unanswered to get the 52-20 win against the North Greene Huskies.
Yeah, what an answer to start. North Greene comes out here, and it was the wildest start I don't think I've ever seen in a football game. North Greene goes 3 and out. They try to punt the football. It gets blocked. Then North Greene falls back on the football. They get a first down. They go down and score. That's a big momentum shift. And then South Greene comes out here in the second quarter and puts up 46 unanswered. That is a big-time answer for South Greene. As a South Greene fan, as a South Greene coach, whoever you are, you've got to be happy with how South Greene played here tonight.
Well, they got running in that second quarter, didn't really look back. Defensively, they ironed things out on the sidelines. They came out, they stopped North Greene on their following 4 possessions, and then North Greene able to score on the last play from scrimmage. But 3 quarters of play dominated South Greene defensively.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt North Greene has a lot of star power on that offense. We saw McGraw, or McGrew, he got it, and Head, Easton Head, he played phenomenal as well. But South Greene's defense, when they're in the backfield and you're immediately turning your head and then boom, right there's a defender, you're not going to be able to get the ball out. And South Greene was able to play beautiful man coverage, zone coverage, different types of coverage against this wide receiver, and changing their lineup a little bit. South Greene was keeping pressure. They didn't have to bring any more than 4 players because South Greene was keeping the pressure in the backfield. South Greene really just played a dominant performance on defense 3 quarters. If they can figure out how to play it for 4 quarters, they're going to be a really good football team.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Every Friday night we pick our 107 Tire and Service Center player of the game. I put you on the spot because I think we both know who it is, but I'll let you take it away. Who is it?
Yeah, it's definitely Wyatt Milhorn. I mean, what a performance. Scoring the kick return, getting the second play from scrimmage, scoring the touchdown. Everything about how he played tonight, it was completely I'm a loss of words for it. He came out here and he played about as good as I think I've ever seen a player play in a middle school game. He just was all over the field. He was completely making people miss, beating them with speed. Like, a great performance there for Wyatt Milhorn. And obviously, he would be the 107 Tire Service Center player of the game.
Let's put it this way, okay? Wyatt touches the ball 5 times on offense. If you want to include on kickoff return, he touches the ball 6 times, and he scores on 4 of the 6 times he touches the ball. Overall, Wyatt, 5 carries, 117 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, including a 65-yard kickoff return touchdown. I mean, Wyatt Milhorn just, like you said, and you told me this before the game, this is a guy that you've heard chatterings about around the county and somebody who's looking to contribute for the high school team a year from now.
Yeah, I mean, for South Greene High School, they got to be excited because seeing this kid play the way he played, I mean, I would be thrilled if I was a head coach having him come up, because if he's this good in 8th grade, imagine how he'll be his senior year in high school. Imagine how he's going to be his sophomore year in high school. Like, he looked very good here in this game, and like he was talking about, everybody's heard some little bit of chatter saying, hey, have you seen this kid from South Greene? Because he's something special. And this is the first time I've seen him, and I truly can believe that this kid does have something special in store for the years to come.
Milhorn now 6 rushing touchdowns in his last 2 games, and he caps it off beautifully tonight. Only played 1 half of football, but 117 yards on the ground with 3 tugs, including that return touchdown. Let's get into the stats for North Greene, then we'll return to South Greene for just a moment. North Greene's leading rusher, Deshaun McCraw, a lot of that on that last play from scrimmage, but he finishes with 8 carries, 104 yards, and 2 touchdowns. McCraw also through the air, 90 yards receiving, so 194 total yards, 3 total touchdowns, accounted for all of North Greene's touchdowns tonight. How about McCraw?
Yeah, I mean, McCraw, tremendous game. That first quarter definitely showed it. When I saw how he was playing in that first quarter, I was immediately thinking, if South Greene does not change some defensive styles here, he's going to come out and have an insane game. He would probably be the player of the game if South Greene didn't change some stuff. But, amazing player. He was a running back. He was a wide receiver. He was the offense. If Easton Head didn't have the ball, McCraw had the ball, and that was a beautiful play by him.
Well, 175 total yards for the Huskies, 85 of which come on the ground. They run the ball better in that second half, but just 4 rushing yards up until that last play from McCraw. And then passing the football, they do finish Easton Head at 2 for 10 for 90 yards and a touchdown for the 8th grader. Throw into another 8th grader, McCraw. But an offense driven by McCraw, and I could even go down and compute this further. We said 194 total yards for McCraw. Total yards on the night, he makes up for a large portion of their total offense. and just controlling that. But other than that, South Greene offensively, listen, they distributed the ball well in that second half as well. We'll talk about the scores from tonight. Of course, you have Milhorn, the 5 carries for 3 touchdowns, 117 yards, and then that 65-yard return touchdowns. It's a team that came in running the ball all over teams, but 127 rushing yards in the first half, just 20 in the second, which is kind of inverse of what you think teams might want to do, run the clock down. They decide to throw the ball a little bit more in that second half. They finished with 264 total yards. The passing in that second half takes a step up. 89 yards passing from their starting quarterback and Sammy Jones here tonight. He finishes the game 5 of 6 for 79 yards and a score. And then the backup quarterback, Alex Merriam, comes in, throws a pass as well. The leading pass catcher for the Rebels on the night was Braven Myers. He has a catch for 32 yards and a touchdown. And the other Rebel pass catcher with a touchdown receiving the ball was Cade Jeffries with his 2 catches, 15 yards and a touchdown. Running the football aside from the lead back, Wyatt, they also had, Hayden Ricker scored the game's final touchdown from 10 yards out. Just an even attack for the Rebels, and even when you're led by a guy like Wyatt Milhorn, you're still able to get that production from other guys up and down your lineup.
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt Milhorn, we talked about him. He is a very scary guy on that field. Any defense needs to know, okay, where is he at all times? But when you become a really dangerous team is when you have other players that you can't just basically man mark Wyatt Milhorn, because if you do, then Myers is going to get a touchdown, or someone else on that South Greene offense, is going to score. So South Greene is a very dangerous team all around, but you just happen to have one of the best players in Wyatt Milhorn on this team.
Well, as we continue to wind down here tonight, we'll see where these two teams go from here, right? South Greene gets the win on homecoming night. Again, your final 52-20 over North Greene. So they improved to 6-0 on the season. Still undefeated. They'll be at home next Thursday against Sir Gowensville, and that will be their 8th grade night. Also forgot to mention, incredible job by Wyatt Crosby. He had that pick 6 right before the half ended, and also Adrian Bobadilla. He had a great game, got in on a ton of tackles, and didn't want to let that get glanced over. South Greene defense came to play tonight as well. But Thursday at home is where they'll next play against Sir Gowensville, put that undefeated streak on the line once again. North Greene will be in action Tuesday at home against Rogersville. Just where these two teams go from here, and how do you continue to see improvements?
Yeah, South Greene, just continue to win. Continue to find ways to win. Continue to get your offense going. Continue to be dangerous. It's pretty simple. I mean, it sounds cliche, sounds like it's a broken record, but it's just pretty simple. And for North Greene, you don't need to go away from this feeling awful. Yeah, you lost the game, but you had some really bright moments. If you can just get your offense going a little bit, find maybe somebody else that can be involved in that passing game a little bit. And defensively, we talked about it. You can't really do much with the South Greene offense defensively, but I feel like defensively North Greene played pretty well despite the big plays that they allowed. If you can just minimize those big plays, North Greene's got a dangerous football team too.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up here, wanted to make known, I guess, where you can find us on the airways. Tomorrow, high school football kicking off around the region. North Greene and Cosby, you'll see where these 8th graders will be playing next year, and they'll be broadcasted live on 103.1 FM WIKQ at home against the Eagles. That's a huge matchup in Region 1. North Greene, Cosby tomorrow night. Brian Staten, Coach Carter are going to have you the call. Starting at 7 is that kickoff time, but they'll have coverage starting an hour beforehand over on WIKQ. Chris Osman and I will bring you the call for that Chucky Doak South Greene game. So cool to see these two middle school teams and then their high school counterparts playing a night after, right? And so we'll have the call for that game at South Greene. That's Chucky Doak South Greene tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here on First Horizon Green Sports Zone. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have coverage beginning at 6 p.m. over our airways. And then Greenville, Sullivan East, that game will be broadcast on 99.5 WGRV. Ron Metcalf and his crew will have the call as Greenville looks to continue their undefeated stretch to start the season against the Patriots. So, again, South Greene gets the win here tonight. Your final score, 52-20. Derek, I need a drink. And you can run in when you run out at any Marathon Quick Stop markets, but I might have to hop in that Creekside market. I heard they got some pretty good ice cream.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you never know. Any Marathon markets, though, they got some stuff. You can definitely find some good snacks there in their little aisles there. Get a little snack, get a little drink. That's my go-to right there.
Good stuff tonight. Tyler Nichols, our producer. Johnny Painter also running around taking pictures and handling the write-ups today, also assisting in that. So be sure to check our website. That's Green Sports Zone, green with an E, no space in between.com for a full write-up, stats, and pictures from tonight's ball game. South Greene Middle and North Greene Middle, our latest installment in the First Horizon Spotlight Game of the Week. And then check all of our airways tomorrow as high school football gets underway throughout the area. For Derek Tarleton, I'm Matthew Palazzo saying so long, good night, and God bless from Camp Creek.